All right, I'm always a mess at doing this. See if it actually has it. Think I did it correctly. We'll see in a couple seconds. Yep, think I did it. All right, it should be working. Going to see if this actually ends up working. Think so. Wait till more people come in. Hello. I think I might have done something wrong. I was trying to toggle some of the what's it called? Some of the settings, and I might have messed them up. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to turn the brightness up on this so I can actually see the comments. Perfect. I'm going to wait till a couple more people drop in. No message? Like it didn't show you at all that I was going to live stream? Yeah, I have a really strange... For some reason, YouTube the last couple of days has been having like all these problems. It's very, very weird. Where they're just not telling people like that my videos are coming out or that, what's it called? Or that I'm going to be live streaming and stuff like that. Hopefully it continues to work. Hopefully more people get notified. I should have actually posted on Facebook, Twitter, and on Patreon to let people know 10 seconds ago. All right, maybe more people will start to get it as well. Notification. Yeah. My fault. I apologize. All right. So it seems like some people are getting it and some people aren't. Audio sounds fine. We'll run quarter 4. I'm going to wait till a few more people drop in. We have a hefty amount of stuff to actually talk about. All right, looks like it's working now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another live stream. I was sitting here and I was like, should I live stream? And then I was like, if not, I'm gonna forget it. And like the next time I end up doing it will be Sunday. So guess I'll do it right now. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Was watching your last video and saw the live icon. Okay, that's good then. All right. Yeah, because I have the other thing open, so it's really weird. Like sometimes, like if I live stream, I have the other thing open so I can actually see the comment section, and I was notified that it actually happened, and then I felt like a lot of other people just weren't getting the notification. I think I should start like announcing like 30-20 minutes before I actually do it on multiple different platforms. Sometimes I get a little lazy. Anyway, how's everyone doing out there? How's everyone? I think it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yep, it's Wednesday. How's everyone's Wednesday going? Thank you very much, Adam Gonzalez. Will Swift be using XRP through Corda? This is exactly what we are going to try to get to and discuss and really figure out, because there seems to be a lot of stuff floating around out there. Somebody wrote Australia, Argentina, Germany. Greetings from Germany. Greetings. I've been up since 7 p.m. and it's currently 12 p.m. Woohoo. Maybe take a little nap. In India, it's Thursday. That's insane to think about. That's actually... What time is it in India then? Greetings from the UK. Yeah, had a good day. Thanks. Hope things are cool with you. Pretty okay. Florida. Can't complain about my day so far. There's just a lot of madness. I always... It's winter time, obviously. You guys can hear me coughing in certain videos. I try to go outside to like get my walk in during the day, and it's just like so brutally cold. And then I come back, I try to keep up with the news. I try to contact family members and stuff like that. And it's just like life is a lot sometimes. In India, it's midnight. Wow, that's crazy. Absolutely insane. I love time differences around the world. TMI, can you please show me where to get Kin? There's if you go on I don't like to use them, but they have like one of the clearest things. If you go to coinmarketcap.com and type in at the very, it should be top right, type in the word Kin and you'll get it. And then they have a section called markets like on that page, and you'll be able to see exactly where you can buy the Kin cryptocurrency. And I typically would say that you should use the platforms that have like the most liquidity, so you're not simply using something that has like $2,000 worth of kin going back and forth, because you won't be able to swap out of stuff like that. Hello from Sweden. What's the relationship between Ripple and R3? We're going to try and go through a couple of these things. I guess we can actually maybe even start right now. So we spoke about some of this earlier, where the Swift CEO actually talked about integration with R3 as it appears right now. It says in a follow-up announcement, the firm explained that the integration will be a trial that will connect Swift's GPI link gateway with R3's Corda platform to monitor payment flows and support application programming interfaces or APIs, as well as Swift and ISO standards. What a lot of this sounds like, at least to me, is that, first of all, R3 is a company corporation. I don't know exactly what you want to call them. They deal in like blockchain payments and stuff like that. Swift's GPI will integrate directly to the Corda settler, the application that allows participants on the Corda blockchain to initiate and settle payment obligations via both traditional and blockchain-based rails. R3, I guess Corda as well, has integrated XRP as their as the first cryptocurrency that they say that they're doing. So a lot of the speculation has run wild for quite a bit of time that as Corda R3, or rather R3's Corda, has integrated with XRP, and that the speculation has been for quite some time that Swift was going to eventually use Ripple's technology, that Swift will in turn from R3, whether it be directly or indirectly, will be using XRP in some sort of manner. It appears, this is what I kind of get from reading through a lot of it, it feels like that as Swift is going to be integrating with R3, and R3 kind of delivers the payments flowing through the system, that at some point, like I said, either directly or indirectly, Swift's payments will then be flowing through XRP/XRapid that has been integrated into R3. I know it sounds a little convoluted, but this is why the prices are going up, because I think people kind of connected all the dots together. Thank you very much, Brown Cow Software. You're one of my favorite vloggers. Thanks for your time and what you do. I find you keep it real, unlike most of the XRP community. Thank you very much for your donation and your comment. I mean, I try. Like, I think we've gotten to a place where a lot of the cryptocurrency community, you can even, the XRP army, what have you, I think everyone's kind of on edge because prices haven't moved for quite a long amount of time. And I think that, like, I think we collectively needed something like this. Like, we needed a bit of a breather, if you will, from prices just constantly going down. So I hope this will kind of help. I mean, in all honesty, I try to be as realistic as possible, simply because I think being really unrealistic leads you to like a heavy amount of disappointment. So this is why I try, like, even if I give like really good news, sometimes I try to I step back and I go, you know, okay, everyone, make sure to take a breather, because we never know exactly how deep or how far that something's going to actually go. Hello from the Netherlands, Amsterdam watching. Will this mean that banks will no longer be using XRapid? No. So there's a lot of confusion about stuff that's going on, and even if that, I don't even know where to kind of slightly begin. It appears to me, the way that I'm looking at it from all the information that we've been gathering from a lot of the speculation, is that the old systems are trying to figure out a way to remain relevant without jumping into the blockchain pool. And this kind of comes down to, this is why I think we've heard, especially in the United States, I think we have a situation where companies and institutions are openly afraid to announce that they're working with Ripple or XRP tokens, simply because of the security, non-security, so and so that's happening. What it kind of is that everyone, especially Swift as well, they announced last year that they had like created something, and a lot of other banks have said the exact same thing, that they had created their own little infrastructure type thing that they were going to work between themselves. And then we lost like all news about that. That kind of completely just stopped. It appears like we are in the beginning stages of institutions starting to at least slightly acknowledge that they're going to be using blockchain technology / cryptocurrencies, the ones that we have right now, as payment options. And this is why the entire thing is significant, that Swift actually came out and announced that they were going to be at least trialing it. If usually I feel like myself that you wouldn't go on stage and announce a trial next to the, I guess you could say, like your direct competition, which is kind of what it comes down to. It's all very interesting to see exactly how this ends up forming. We had news for quite a long amount of time that Swift was actually going to be using Ripple's technology, and now it appears indirectly they will be doing so. I'm still looking for like actual clarification on how, what's the word? Like how much usage, like this is an article from sometime last year. Like how much usage like XRP will actually play in all of this. It's clear that it's going to have some type of a role in the entire thing going on. But exactly like what role is going to be very interesting. This is, I mean, once again, this is why I keep saying I think the entire development of Ripple as a company has been very interesting. No matter how many times you say anything negative about them or knock them down, they pretty much know exactly what they're doing and how they're going to do it. And they've made sure that they have, I mean, to be honest, you don't see any other cryptocurrency platform, business, whatever you want to call them, sitting on stage with the people who dominate finance around the world. It's usually very clear to me exactly where things are going to go. Like when you have a situation like this, like if you had somebody from Blockstream sitting next to the Swift guy, or if you had like Vitalik Buterin, then we can, you know, you can kind of ascertain, oh my gosh, they may be using Bitcoin, they may be using Ethereum, but this is why I think myself, it is somewhat significant. This was kind of also like, what's it called? Like the statement was revised as we got more information. Sorry, that this is a trial run, because I still think so many companies, they're in my opinion a little afraid of announcing that they're going to be doing anything concrete. Anything concrete signifies that they're completely into it. You know, they were 100% there. This is why when we also had news last year, what was it, MoneyGram and Western Union, that they kept on mentioning, yeah, it's a trial run, it's a trial run. I think everyone's very afraid. Like nobody wants to take the first jump, but nobody wants to be last. Because if you're the last company, then you end up losing out on the profits. But everybody is kind of like it's fairly clear, at least to me, that behind the scenes, tons of banks and stuff like that are definitely using this technology. But I think nobody wants to be the first one, and that's just why it's kind of significant that SBI was like the first bank to really come forward, and they were like, yeah, like we're going to do it. And then also in 2018, the prices just kind of didn't go up. And then this is kind of where we are right now. But yeah, there's no guarantee Ripple will be used. Any crypto can utilize XRP, XRapid, and the platform. I think that's actually incorrect. I've heard that many times that you can use other cryptocurrencies on XRapid. As far as I know, and I've heard from many other YouTubers, it's just XRP on XRapid. What I think the confusion comes from is that I think with XCurrent, you can use other fiat currencies as a payment method as opposed to just actually using XRP. Other coins' heads are absent without leave or talking mess on Twitter. Too important to be on stage with the time. Yeah, this is, and I said it before. It's very weird that we have. And I don't understand, maybe I'm not as into crypto politics as I actually don't really want to be, because a lot of the politics comes down to childishness and confusion and stuff like that. So many of the other people who run these companies and corporations and like cryptocurrency projects, they just scream at each other on Twitter all day. They fight each other. It's always like, kind of, what are you doing? Like when you have, you know how big Swift is? Like, do you know how much money flows through them? And the fact that they've even announced that they're thinking about trialing the use of blockchain technology that's somehow associated with a company that's around 5 or 6 years old. You know how insane that is? Like Swift's been around for so long. Like they're still using the same technology from the 70s. And the fact that they're even thinking about, I want to say thinking about potentially giving it a chance, it's fairly clear where this is going. But yeah, this is why a lot of times I don't remain as bullish as possible on tons of other cryptocurrency projects, because they fight with each other. It's a really weird combination of like them not giving updates, or them going on Twitter fighting each other, like Charles Hoskinson fighting with Nuriel and Vitalik and Justin Sun, and them like throwing blows at each other. And it's like, okay, thank you very much, Truce, for your donation. Crypto comedian Truce in the building. Hello, welcome to the game. $40 XRP. Take a 3-month break from looking at prices. We're up 10% today. I bought my BTC at 3,500 and refused to touch it. 40 cents XRP. Tron equals a couple gambling dApps worth $2 billion. Yeah, life. Sean NYC, thank you very much for your donation. Are you still bullish on EOS? Absolutely. You don't see, what's this guy's name? I can't remember the guy's name who created EOS. You don't see any of the people from EOS slinging mud at each other, talking about my thing is better than yours. You get a lot of people talking crap about EOS, but you don't hear like the kind of the reverse. EOS is one of my favorite coins. I'm kind of waiting for the rest of the crypto market to kind of get moving, and I think EOS is definitely going to do very well. I'm incredibly bullish on EOS. I think a lot of people aren't paying attention to it because of life. Dan Larimer, thank you very much. Yeah. EOS dude has got some dark history. Not a big fan of them. So, and I'll try and address that right now. I'm not going to go into like hyper specifics. A lot of people. So, when it comes down to any cryptocurrency, every single one of them, air quotes, has some type of what you may call a dark history. I think everyone loves to, every time a new cryptocurrency project comes out, people like to talk crap about it simply because I think they personally don't like it. Someone else told them not to like it, and this kind of morphs their opinion on the entire thing. When Ethereum first came out, people called it a scam. People used to talk crap about Vitalik Buterin. They said he wasn't as smart as he seemed. Ethereum was doing this. Ethereum was working with the governments. Ethereum was working with banks. And then at about 2-year period after that point, Ethereum became like the new kind of lovely brainchild. This happens to every single project, especially. And I find it interesting that the projects that are like usually the largest threat, this is where they kind of say, you know, the things about them, regardless of what people may say Dan Larimer has done in his own private life. No one can make sure that these things are true. No one can actually say that any of it's completely ridiculous. Like if you were here in 2016 and 17, the amount of things that were said about Brad Garlinghouse, you would have negative feelings as well because everyone says something negative. Everyone it's the problem is that it's so easy to say something negative on the internet and everyone kind of latches onto it. And then we end up in this situation where people still talk crap about Ripple. People still talk crap about EOS and all these other projects. Thank you very much, James Jeffries, for your donation. Do you have an opinion on Huobi? Love your videos. Nothing too strong or negative, I guess, in either direction. I've never actually used Huobi myself. I don't know many other people who have. I mean, it's not that I have like relatively large crypto circles, but I have no opinion like here or there on it. I kind of stay centered where I am because, like I said before, I don't want to have my money all over the place. EOS is already breaking records. The thing that'll, and there's a reason why I don't talk a huge amount about, what's it called? Like all the controversy that goes on behind the scenes, because people are going to say what they want. I got here in the very beginning. I wish that I had gotten into EOS at the very, very beginning when it was like 40, 50, 60 cents. But listening to other people on the internet, this is why when the other person was asking me in the other live video, he was like, what are some, not life lessons, but like things you can share with us? And I'm like, just do your own research. Like people stopped me from getting into Ethereum very, very early because they were talking about that Ethereum was a scam. We only need Bitcoin. We only need Litecoin. We don't need this new coin. And now Ethereum is like the golden brainchild of like a portion of the cryptocurrency market. And it's like, if you listen to other people, especially, I mean, some people will inadvertently cause you to lose money. So it's always nice to follow your own path. BitTorrent token is trash. I'm gonna wait for BitTorrent's token to actually end up doing something. There was news that what's it called? Oh gosh, like the airdrop thing that Binance had, that was like a complete success. Apparently, I think they made like $7 million. We also had news before from one of the people from BitTorrent, like one of the actual creators of BitTorrent, said that if or when it does get integrated into Tron, that he's checked before and that Tron can't actually handle the weight of it and stuff like that, and that Tron system is going to melt. I try to stay away because every single time I give like negative news, people have a problem with it. Sometimes it can't be avoided. You have to like talk about the negative news that's out there. But we'll see. You know, we're still in that gray zone where if Tron and BitTorrent can take over the world, I would love to see it. It's just a matter of them actually doing it and not posting about it on Twitter about how they're gonna take over the crypto industry. EOS XRP NPX0X very good tech brought EOS at $1. I had a friend who bought EOS, I think it was like 45 cents or something like that. It propped up to $5. I told him, I was like, don't touch it. Don't touch it at all. It dropped down, and I think he scooped up a whole bunch. How is XRP decentralized? Explain to me. How is Bitcoin decentralized? Please explain that to me. How is one wallet holding 60% of all the Litecoin decentralized? Explain that to me. How is the thing that we had the other day where it was like half a billion, if not more, dollars that had like a whole bunch of Ethereum that was swapping it amongst themselves? Nothing is like the term decentralized is so loosely used, and it's used as like a weapon, which is insane to think that you can use a word like centralized or decentralized as a weapon. No, there is no cryptocurrency project that is 100% decentralized. It's just not a thing. It can't happen. Like, wealth doesn't spread around the world that way. Now that there's information, now that there's anything. So every single project has a problem where they may not have as many nodes as they should, where they don't have enough this, where there was just a news a couple days ago that most of the nodes for Bitcoin around the world, I think, are centered in China and in Germany, with the rest of the world completely lacking. You can also ask, how is that also, decentralized? These are all experiments. Like, none of these coins that have come out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago are perfect. I don't know why people expect perfection from the cryptocurrency market, especially when it's still so new. I'm not exactly sure where that rhetoric comes from, because you can say something negative about every single cryptocurrency project. None of them are perfect. Not one, not even like slightly close. When do you think legislation will pass? For what exactly? Someone said thumbs up or get booted from live stream. Imagine if that was a thing. How crazy that would be. You had like a 10-second timer and they wouldn't let you do anything else. Ripple could have sold all their XRP for over $350 per XRP, but they did not think about, because the price is going to go so much higher. Like, I think they have the amount of money that they're going to make from just like everything that they're doing is going to be astronomical. Like, and also they're a multi-billion-dollar company. I don't know who keeps starting this rhetoric that at some point Ripple's going to sell all of their XRP. Please look into the actual escrow thing that they have, and you will learn much in your life. Litecoin is my fave. Litecoin's growing on me. I mean, once we have those second and third layers and stuff like that, and Charlie Lee really gets to it, I'll definitely feel a lot better about Litecoin. It can be 100% nodes in Germany, so what? I mean, like, there's no perfect way of doing this. Like, if you want a decentralized network, you can't have a single entity handing out a node to every single person, because where that person get all those nodes from. And then you can't have a situation like where you can't say, oh, you can't have too many nodes. Like, on a decentralized network, everyone should be able to do as they please and buy what they want and mine what they want. And this is why we have a situation right now where people are trying to stop ASIC miners. And it's like, why are you doing that? Like, on a decentralized network, who should have say that someone shouldn't be able to mine the way that they kind of want to mine? Get what I'm saying? Bitcoin 2019 prediction equals 1 BTC. That is probably the most accurate statement I've ever heard in my entire life. Zilliqa mainnet launch tomorrow, bro. Yeah, I guess we'll definitely cover it when it actually does end up happening. I keep buying Ripple till the bull run start. I think you and just about everybody else. Do you think the USA will have a problem with SWIFT using R3 to help countries like Iran and sanctions using XRP? That actually, is that right here? Nope, I think it might actually be. Here's the, very funny that you mentioned that. You must have read my computer's mind or something like that. So, I don't even know where to potentially kind of begin. This is an opinion piece, but it kind of makes complete sense as to exactly where the world is going right now. Do I think the U.S. will have a problem? Maybe. Whatever is happening behind the scenes, they're going to have a problem with it. The U.S. has set itself up as this mega entity, and anyone that does not kind of ask them for permission kind of gets the stick, or like they end up kind of getting in trouble in some way. So this is why I wish we had a bit more, not clearance, clarity to see exactly what's happening behind the scenes, because I can only assume if Ripple has been in contact with Swift and with a whole bunch of other major banks around the world, they have probably been invited to other countries around the world who may not have a particular friendly friendship with the United States. Like I said, this article right here kind of like runs down the speculation, but it's very interesting that you noted or talked about something like that, because we have something happening in the background. We have yet to hear actual news of, unless I'm mistaken, maybe they actually have an office there, of the Ripple team having an office in Russia. I think that would be a huge indication of where things are going to go. And also one in, I think they have an office in China. The point is, I mean, I don't know. It's just a lot of speculation right now, and it kind of sucks, because everything that we have to kind of piece the puzzle together ourselves to kind of really figure out where this entire thing is going, because something major is happening behind the scenes that we just really can't figure out. Especially, I mean, we also had news before about the possibility of the US not integrating Ripple, but like using Ripple / XRP as like as an answer against China controlling 80% of the mining inside of their borders and stuff like that, and therefore, in essence, air quotes, controlling Bitcoin, if you will. We know that the Ripple team has been, what's it called? They've been approved by the Federal Reserve. So one can only assume that and that was like 4 or 5 years ago, so that the ties maybe go a bit deeper, and that they probably have been having conversations with people in the U.S. government. But then like, it's another situation where we're like, yeah, is this happening? Like, no one knows if any of this is actually taking place. Like, a meeting is one thing, but like an actual partnership. But people even on the Ripple team are like, they're old, what's it called? The people who made the laws and the rules around the United States. So, and even when they go to like another country, like they end up adding more people from that country who are like lawyers and stuff like that. So they end up knowing the laws. Kind of completely insane when you kind of think about it. Okay, that wasn't for me. That was for definitely for another person. Someone said, "What's your name on Discord?" I do not have a Discord. When do we need to have Tron on exchanges for the BTT swap? Like 3 or 4 days ago. 2019 Bitcoin prediction. If everything works out, I mean, I want to say the grand 6 numbers, but as the days go by, it seems a bit less likely. I think if we get a nice situation, I could definitely see like a $50,000 Bitcoin becoming a thing. Yes, there's an office in China. Okay, yeah, even more. Like, imagine a situation where, because everyone is very desperate to get into China. This isn't even like a cryptocurrency thing. This is like a money thing. China has a lot of money. China is expected to be the next world superpower. It's supposed to be China, India, and I think one other country, and Russia. Yeah, these are expected to be like the next world superpowers. Should the U.S. lose its supremacy and stuff like that. So imagine a situation where the Ripple team and everyone else is trying to get their stuff into China. If they've had this office for quite some time, they've probably the Chinese government probably knows about them. They've probably been having conversations with the Chinese government, and yeah. Imagine if they partnered with them in some sort of way, or like I wonder how many countries are considering using Ripple and their payment solutions as like an actual thing to not even just circumvent like the US sanctions, but actually like to send money quicker, because if they figured out a way that to use blockchain and cryptocurrencies to send them amongst themselves without having to worry about the US anymore, it's kind of not even kind of big. That's extremely humongous. Bitcoin would be between $2,000 and $50,000. That is correct. You are very correct. Can Omisego reach $150 in the next bull run? If they officially finally launch and we get plasma, then yeah. Russia is going to be a sleeper power. They're already like super huge. It's just a matter of, I don't know. I didn't even want to go into details of what could cause them to become a world superpower. But it's probably going to happen at some point simply because of the influence that they have. Am I late to the party? Nope, not really. Someone said sound. Can you all hear me? I can hear myself. Also have the headphones plugged in. Stream over. Hee hee. FBI busting in. It cut out, but you're back now. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I was wondering because sometimes I'll move the microphone around and like I'll hear like a huge click, and I don't know exactly what's going on. But yeah, yes, we can hear you. Okay, cool. Zilliqa mainnet is tomorrow. Could they take over Ethereum? I guess anything is possible in the universe. Zilliqa has not been in the news that much for me to even think that they have a chance of even making it to like the top 5 of the coins. Russia's sleeper power and crypto should have clarified. Yeah, I mean, if all those things are true, and this is, I mean, once again, speculation. A lot of people got so mad at me for that other video that I made when I was talking about that economist who said that he had information that Russia was going to be buying Bitcoin. Like it was like a 5 or 10% allocation of the billions of dollars that they had to be able to like have like a hedge against the US dollar, and everyone was like, that's fake. You don't know if that's true. No one knows. Like we have so much news. Like and what's really weird as well is that we get so much news. I report it, and then so many people end up coming out like weeks and months later that this news was actually completely correct, and then no one ever says I'm sorry. It's always like everyone screams at me when I report something, and then it ends up being true, and it's like, well, we had news about this from before. XRP or BTC, both. Should I start buying Swift coin? If you can find Swift coin, go for it. I would Google what Swift is before you think about buying a Swift coin. Are you paid to be super optimistic? Nope, that's just my normal self, just how I am. Papa. Swift coin. Thank you very much, Brett Burlinghoff, for your donation. Thanks for all the great content. I'm surprised Bitcoin hasn't moved up more following the news Iran is lifting the ban. What's your take on this? Thank you very much, Crypto MVMT, for your donation as well. Thank you for the great content. Thank you for the great donation. I do appreciate it. None of the cryptocurrency market is logical. None of it. The fact, and I mentioned this before, I mean, come on, the fact that we have all these major institutions and stock exchanges getting into the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin should at least be $7,000. And the fact that the news about Iran lifting the ban was everywhere, and I mean every single platform was talking about this, and apparently it kind of fell on deaf ears. Like no one seems to really care that it happened. Like we have so many countries right now who have had bans on the cryptocurrencies before, and they're lifting them, or they're like announcing that they're only going to be allowing certain cryptocurrencies, and it's like doing nothing to the price. And I'm first of all shocked that XRP reacted how it should have on the news that Swift could potentially and is probably indirectly going to be using XRP. But the fact that we have so much news about all these countries who are, I mean, I read an article earlier, and I don't have like, the what if major articles in my videos, but they were talking about that they like they're pretty certain that at this point Bitcoin is being manipulated to heaven and back, just because of, you don't in any other industry, how long that this bear market has been going on, in any other industry, if you had even a 1% of the amount of news that we've had, like think of, for clarity, my channel has it's like 800 videos. 2018, on average, I was making anywhere from 2 to 3 videos a day. Think of how many times I uttered the word Bitcoin and how much it had like good news attached to it, except for like cutting out any other time that we were talking about prices going down. Think about all the good news, and the fact that the price hasn't gone up at all, or like we get these little like side movements and then we end up slamming back down. The article was like, yes, something is definitely happening behind the scenes. They're not sure if it's major players who are just simply manipulating by moving their money back and forth between different accounts, or if it's just who knows what the entire thing could be coming down to. But something is definitely happening, because it's a very weird market. Very weird market. Someone said Alberta in the house. EOS versus ADA versus Neo. That's an entire video in itself. They have similar things. They can all kind of do their own. Like, there's nothing really differentiating a lot of these platforms except for money. This is kind of what it comes down to. It's like, it's money, it's hype, and its usage. That's kind of really what it comes down to. Like, none of them are really being used. Like, it's great that you have 150 what's it called, like dApps and stuff that people are using on your platform, where everyone's kind of betting and stuff like that, but you need a little bit more than that as like actual usage. This is why I think that EOS should actually be in this position, because of the amount of projects that we heard that are going to be built on top of EOS, and also because of the just the amount of money that they have behind them. Like, I think every coin is accurately placed at the moment. I think Ethereum should definitely be a number 3. EOS should probably be a little bit closer in market cap to where Ethereum is. Tether, we're not going to even talk about Tether's Tether. Bitcoin Cash and SV should probably not even be on the list. Litecoin should officially probably be in the number 5 spot. Tron is probably in a very, Tron should probably be number 6. Stellar is probably right behind it, give or take. Cardano should maybe even be between these two as well. Kind of at least how I feel about it. Ethereum versus EOS. There's a lot to compare, but there's really nothing to compare. Ethereum has tried to, or is trying to, currently become this decentralized application ICO mega platform. I was reading something before, and they were talking about that they think that Ethereum will start to go back up heavily in price when we get clarification from other countries exactly how they feel about ICOs, i.e. everyone can build freely again on top of Ethereum, but this ends up leading us to another situation where we have a whole bunch of coins and cryptocurrencies who are building themselves on top of Ethereum. And when you decide to become your own chain, they end up selling the Ethereum off, and it kind of pushes the price back down. And this is why EOS is very different, because in order to build on their platform, you have to kind of like buy their token and stake yourself into the token, which then restricts the supply of actual circulating EOS, which then causes the price to kind of go up. So it's Tron as a security. Yeah. I don't have the thing open here. I completely forgot about it. If you Google it, oh gosh, what is it called? I think it's called like Stay Away from Tron or something like that. I know that sounds like, I hate the word FUD, whatever you kind of want to call it. Apparently someone in the in the industry or something like that said that someone like a higher up above person contacted them, and they were like, yeah, stay far away from Tron, as far away as possible. I'm almost certain at this point that Tron is going to be declared a security. I don't know exactly what ramifications they're going to have for that. The SEC seems to be going like by a coin by coin basis to see exactly who is a security and who is not. I think a lot of them are very, very much in the clear. Somebody was asking me that earlier in the comment section. They said, do I think that XRP is going to be listed as a security, or that is in trouble? I don't think so. Because you can't go on stage with Swift and do things like this. And, I don't think that Swift would be inadvertently or sidesteppingly using XRP, which could be considered a security. And I think that would be kind of an issue. Tron, however, if you look at like the basis of what a security is, like Tron at the moment is, keyword at the moment, is based like solely on the words of Justin Sun. I.e. like if Justin Sun says something really good is going to happen, the price of Tron moves up. That is clearly usually what ends up happening with a security. Like you have expectations of profit from the workings of a third party member, i.e. Justin Sun hyping up the coin. That's not to say being a security isn't a bad thing. I still don't know where this idea also came from as well. I think a lot of people got into their heads that if you have the security tab on your head, therefore you're like poisonous, something's completely wrong with you. It just pretty much means that you fall under the jurisdiction of the SEC, and you can be listed on stock exchanges. Do I think that any stock exchange is going to list Tron as like an actual company? Because also you are like what's it called? Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that comes with actually being a security. Like if you own some of the tokens and you own essentially like part of the Tron company, it's all very muddied and stuff like that. Can we beat $5 per year? $5 per what? For what exactly? Some random dude said he got word from a friend at the SEC that Tron is a security. No, but this is it's pretty clear. Every coin that had an ICO is already deemed to be a security by the SEC. Unless you've done like specific things to make sure that you aren't like, this is why EOS has kind of remained out of the spotlight of the entire security definition, because Dan Larimer gave over the project to the 21 block producers, and these block producers themselves are, you typically have a CEO, you don't have 21 CEOs. And this is kind of how they've managed to like slide out of it. Also, if you remember when EOS was actually having their ICO, they had on the website, they said these tokens actually have no value. Don't expect any value from these tokens. These tokens could go zero. Like, they had everything like listed there, exactly what they needed to say to push themselves away from the entire security thing. But Justin Sun posts like 18,000 times per day on Twitter. And everyone kind of hangs on his word as an indication of what they should be doing for the next moves of Tron. This is what I've heard from experts on podcasts, and what I've gotten from reading around, like actual like further definitions as to exactly what determines someone as a security. Yeah, so someone said they hired they hired SEC lawyers. This is why I think they did it, because someone probably said you're a security, like get in line. So if they hired someone who probably knows, hey, you probably shouldn't be doing this. Like, if over the next 6 months, if you hear Justin Sun tweeting a lot less, maybe like once a week, you'll know exactly why. Hey, TMI, you the best, trap horns. I don't know what that means, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. SEC is a dinosaur. This is international. U.S. has no complete jurisdiction here. It doesn't matter what the SEC says. Yeah, and logically, it should not matter what they are saying, but we know that it does. Like, the SEC has shut down other operations of things that they deemed securities that were in other countries. Like, remember last year in Sweden where they had the Bitcoin ETN, and the SEC jumped in and they were like, no, you can't do that, and then Sweden stopped it, at least for like a couple of weeks. Like, the US's reach is very, very large. It's kind of insane. What is the Kin court case about? Apparently Kik is a they're a company based in Canada, and it now seems that their cryptocurrency is being called a security by the United States because it had an ICO. So the lawsuit is apparently, I think, unless you're talking about something else that's just happened, something behind the scenes, that they're trying to, I guess, have discussions, but I assume this discussion will turn into a lawsuit between them and the SEC, because they're like, we're not a security. How can we be a security? And it's not detrimental, but it kind of hinders progress, because if you want to move forward with your progress, your process and your project, you have to knock on the door of the SEC for everything that you do and say, is this okay? Is this allowed? And then it's detrimental. TMI. Been with you here since 2016. My goodness, no way. That's insane. Thank you for your support. That's absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness. TMI, will you be looking at Uber and Lyft, an Airbnb IPO this year, aside from crypto? Probably not. I am full crypto. I believe in crypto. Rather, I put it to you this way. Typically, we've seen before in the past that stocks, even especially like brand new IPOs for like major companies, they can do fairly well, even have like a proper good, maybe even like a 50, 60, 70% rise in price if there's like enough hype and they give like a nice quarterly report and stuff like that. Crypto, if we have like a proper bull run, can do that in a week as opposed to an entire year. 2017, XRP went up by 18,000%. These numbers can't be matched. So instead of spreading my money out amongst thousands of different investments, I try to focus exclusively on crypto. At a certain point when crypto, levels off, when we have like a $300 XRP, when Bitcoin's $2 million, I'll start thinking about other traditional investments aside from real estate, because real estate is my friend. You need a nice beat in the background. Yeah, maybe. TMI, I am here with you since 2012. Not possible, but I do appreciate your enthusiasm. I don't even think I was thinking of creating a YouTube channel in 2012. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas 2.0. Incredible. Thank you very much for your donation. What are your top 3 coins? You maybe are slightly new here. My two favorite coins, and they're in an equal tie until one of them really does something crazy. It's about a 50-50 between Bitcoin and XRP. So I'll leave them out of this for, that discussion, because I don't think anything is going to beat them right now. Even if Ethereum ends up taking this spot, the long-term prospects of XRP are completely insane. So for my top three coins, besides the obvious two, it'll probably be EOS, because I think what they're doing is absolutely incredible. They have the money behind them. They have the infrastructure. I think that they're probably going to be the one of the top gaming blockchain platforms in 2019. The next one would be Cardano. I mean, a lot of it rests on hype, but I believe that they can do what they're saying that they're going to do. I haven't heard anything really negative about them from many other cryptocurrency like devs and stuff like that. So it's kind of, there. And I mean, Litecoin's okay. Stellar, I don't care about. I guess the other one would really fall down to Omise Go. I like the entirety of the project. I like everything that they're doing. I like where they're going. I like that they're working with the Ethereum team. I like that they're helping to develop Plasma. I like when they do have Plasma, they will have 1 million transactions per second. Just a lot of things that kind of draw me to them. A lot of other coins, I think they're cool. And I may hold some of them as well, because I like to diversify. But that's kind of my answer. Ethereum ? What about Ethereum would you like to know? Someone said, guys, do you have clear sound? Just tuned in. What did I miss? A lot. XRP has been confirmed as the I'm joking. I was gonna try and lie, and then I was like, no, that would be wrong. We were just talking about the entire Ripple R3 Corda Swift announcement that actually ended up happening earlier. You didn't miss too much. We were also talking about like US sanctions, and people talking about, is XRP going to be used for like the payment options that are going to be happening. Ethereum not in your top coins. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it would be Ethereum, EOS. It's EOS, Omise Go, and Cardano, and Ethereum's like standing behind them. Yeah. I didn't forget Neo. He said top three. I tried to give the numbers. Hey TMI, if you just had to hold just one digital asset, what would it be? Oh my gosh, you guys asked some of the most evil questions in the entire cryptocurrency space. No, I can't answer that. I see too much of a future between both of these. If I was forced to choose one, I don't know. Wait, first of all, how much of each coin do I have? Like, do I have like a good like 100K US dollar worth equivalent of each, or like what's the situation like? Because if I have like one XRP and I have like 50 Bitcoin, that's a bit of a bit of a thing. Do you think XRP will hit over $1 by end of year? It should. I read something earlier. They were talking about if the momentum continues, that XRP could end up hitting like 80 cents by summertime. Not too sure of how that's going to happen, or rather like what would actually need to spark that. But if hopefully Brad Garlinghouse tells us by the middle of this year exactly which dozens, like he said, of banks are going to be using XRP, at that point, I think a dollar is definitely going to happen. 100K US dollars to spend on one. Let's see, 100K, that'd be 300,000 XRP. Well, that'd be around, got my phone out right here. Give me a second. I'm taking this question very seriously. Don't know why, it's kind of fun. I like these hypotheticals, if you will. 100K divided by 3,511. You get around 28 Bitcoin. 3 million, 26 million times 250. Huh. I don't know. I think it would, if I had 100K, because of how depressed the XRP price is, it would have to be XRP. If XRP gets to $20, it would outperform Bitcoin, and Bitcoin would have to be over $250,000 for me to get that. I guess, I don't know. I want to say XRP for that one. Should I buy VET? I cannot tell you that. Why do you not live in the States? I moved the moment I became an adult. I like the freedom of Europe. I like people are a lot nicer here. I know that sounds weird. People are incredibly nice in Europe. The food is great. The health care is also pretty nice. For those who don't know, university is also free in Europe. Air quotes free, like for like you may have to pay like the equivalent of like maybe $200 per semester, and those are like your only costs, and you end up getting like a free metro ticket as well from having paid those costs. It's a very weird world. Hey, TMI, is the process to give up U.S. citizenship and live in Europe or the UK hard? I'm assuming you gave up your U.S. citizenship, sick of living in the States. I still have my U.S. citizenship simply because I have family back there, so I try to fly back and forth to see everyone. To give it up, no. If you want the honest answer, everything kind of comes down to money. If you have the money to be able to like buy passports and stuff like that, you're completely good. I would maybe not aim for the United Kingdom simply because of the entire Brexit thing. Oh, okay. I'll get back to that in 1 second. JDAF. Holy cow. Thank you very much for your donation. This is huge news. With Corda, Swift, GPI is another payment mechanism. It now has to compete with XRP. The entire field got leveled. Thank you, TMI. You got me into the game. Appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. I like really appreciate everything from all of you. Thank you very much for your donation. Cannot say thank you enough. I missed where I was before. Hold on. I completely lost where I was. Sounds weird. Europe over the States. Lol. I mean, when you get a chance to go to Europe, like it's a very, very different place. Like it's a lot less aggressive here. I can't really explain it. Universities in the UK are not free. Yes, they are not. When I lived in London, I was living there because I planned on going to university, and then they announced that thing where they were talking about I think uni in the UK was like relatively low, and then they raised the prices, and then if you were a foreigner, air quote, I think you had to pay like £9,000 a year, which came out to like $18,000 US, and I was like, nope, not gonna happen. Do you follow English Premier League soccer? Not really. Whenever there's like a, what's the word? Whenever there's like a huge game or something like that, my friends kind of drag me out, and this is where I kind of go to see the game. It's really cheap in the Netherlands. I love the Netherlands. UK is not Europe. Okay. Do you live in the UK or where? People seem to think I live in France. I may live in France. I buy things in France. I have friends in France. I speak French. TMI only has one tone. I don't know what that means. Buying $10 worth of BTC and XRP every week. There goes my beer money. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Talk about living in the UK. It's nice. I lived in hold on. I'm way behind on the stream. Wait. Thank you very much, John Doe, for your donation. Thank you very much. It's nice. I also lived in Edinburgh, which is also absolutely freaking incredible if you ever have a chance to actually go there. You're in Belgium? Maybe. TMI, you live in Paris. Where in Paris, though? That is the question. XRP price prediction for what? Hold on. Sorry, my computer was acting up a tiny bit. Here we go. All right. I'm from Edinburgh. Where in Edinburgh? I lived in, or rather I lived, I guess maybe in or next to Grassmarket. TMI is in Germany. He confirmed in an old video. Yeah, old video like 2 years ago. Montparnasse. Close. Where are you from? I'm from Earth. Under the Eiffel Tower, yeah. There's like gates and stuff. Anyway, I definitely, I hope I don't live under the Eiffel Tower. 11th? Where in the 11th? Are you outside of my house? I would be a bit freaked out. You live in England. Where in England do I live? Your Twitter says Barbados. What would you do if the identity of Satoshi is recognized? Me, not much. Not really much. I know a lot of people would kind of freak out. A lot of people think that the price of Bitcoin is where it is right now because we don't actually know his, what's it called? We don't know his identity. Voltaire, no. You are close. £5,000 to invest in XRP or Neo. I cannot give you that answer, but other people will be able to do so. Hold on one second. Hold on. I think someone's knocking at the door. Give me half a second. Okay, back. Sorry. French made. It's the FBI. I hope not. All right. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and it was simply because I mentioned it in many other videos. Remember I was talking about in the last video where we had similar information from, what was it called? Like Iran or something like that. And then Russia, they were talking about creating their own like cryptocurrencies. And I said that there was a situation that happened a couple of years ago, and I was very lucky to be able to find the actual information very, very quick. This happened in 2015, where apparently there was something where, and I think there are actually more countries, but for some reason, I only found like Germany, France, and Italy. Even on this article as well, they only have like France and Germany. There was some type of collective that was made where all these countries came together to back a Chinese bank that was trying to make the Chinese currency the actual, not world currency, what's the word? Like dominant, like whatever the US dollar is. This is what they were trying to actually do. Yeah, just wanted to throw that out there, that this has been in the works for quite a long amount of time. Like, don't think that just because we have cryptocurrencies that everyone's trying to suddenly usurp the US dollar. A lot of countries around the world are very, very, very annoyed with the US dollar, and they're trying to get around it as quick as possible. I actually haven't even heard much about this. I don't think the entire thing was dismantled. That probably didn't end up happening. It was probably like something that's still going on behind the scenes, because there's a huge movement to get rid of the US dollar, because everyone's very annoyed at having to listen to this one cryptocurrency, to this one world currency alone. Sorry, it's late. I'm tired. Don't judge me about anything. World reserve currency. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And I mean, this is why I said before, I think it's kind of weird whenever you see people, what's it called? Like world leaders going on stage and they like smile with each other and they like shake hands, and you read the news the next day that there's like some type of problem between all of them. I wonder exactly how deep this goes. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being trapped in my head. I haven't really, I don't have many people to talk to about this, like in real life. Like a lot of my friends just don't care about finance. Like I have like a couple of friends who I can kind of like, we can chat a couple bit about this, but there's never really like anyone who I can really talk about like the dethroning of the US dollar with. It's not that often. Isn't living in Paris a mess currently due to all the yellow vests? It depends on which side of the city you are. Like a lot of that's happening in like the 16th. I'm in the 11th, so it's not like a big major problem. Like they don't really, not really coming over to this side, if that kind of makes a lot of sense. Someone said talk to us. Rue de Toilette. No. Do a UK meetup. I'm sure you will meet friends. People are so dependent on the electricity grid and technology that if an EMP happened all hell would break loose. Maybe. I'm not gonna even get into that, actually. I'm not gonna even get into what's it called? The whole like EMP conversation. That's a bit too much for me. Just a couple of other stuff that I really wanted to like kind of touch on. Nothing like too urgent or drastic today. Like I think some of the coolest news that we had was from the the Ripple, XRP, R3, Corda, Swift kind of thing that was going on. I think there's a movement happening behind the scenes where everyone is trying to kind of get their eggs in a row. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I read so many of these things and I feel like you know what's the worst part, to be completely honest, is like finding like proper information, like proper news of what's happening around the world, and like nothing, like not that nothing comes of it, but it's like, I don't know, I keep finding so much good information about things that are happening, but like nothing really happens to the cryptocurrency prices. It's kind of odd. Poutine is delicious. I haven't been able to find that here. Who is America in debt to? I think a lot of it is China. Thank you very much, J Mac Daddy 808. My gosh, that name. You are my favorite dude. Thanks for all you do. Thank you very, very much for the donation. Holy cow. Thank you very much for the Al Sefa show. Thank you for your donation. I believe China will back their fiat with Bitcoin and gold. Something's happening behind the scenes. Like, there's a reason why China hasn't banned. So I don't even know where to begin. There's a reason why there hasn't been a full-on ban in China for all of this, and why we had indications at the end of 2018 that China came forward and they were like, yeah, it's not really banned here. Everyone can kind of use it. You can't create a cryptocurrency exchange, but you can definitely still use it. I think that they know their power. I think that even if me or you or other everyday people haven't been doing something like this, I think people are definitely... There are definitely analysts behind the scenes who are trying to figure out the exact number of people who are getting into the cryptocurrency space every single day, the amount of adoption that's like spreading throughout the entire world, and they're slowly calculating how many more people are going to get into it, like the whole network effect, how many more people have to be inside of Bitcoin for it to kind of raise to a certain amount. There was also a discussion before that a lot of countries around the world are trying to figure out exactly if they should allow crypto mining, like heavy, whole factory crypto mining in their countries, because they end up getting like potentially billions of dollars worth of revenue from the sales of it and all this other stuff. I would not be shocked at all, but I have a feeling that China is probably going to be one of the last countries to announce that they're definitely getting into Bitcoin, because they're very secretive. I have a feeling first of all, if you're trying to become a world power, you're probably not going to let other people know, hey, this is what we're doing. This is how our life is. This is how we're going to make money, more than you. So maybe not to say this, but it's true. If I'm not mistaken, from the news that I've heard over the last couple of years, China and North Korea have a bit of a close relationship, and maybe as far as like trading and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure they know what's up. I just wish we had proper numbers. It drives me completely insane. Can you imagine if we had proper news from China? They're like, yeah, we've been buying Bitcoin for a couple of years. We have 175,000 of them. So and so and so, and we plan on getting more. How much the price of Bitcoin would just shoot up would be insane. I used crypto to buy XRP. Took 3 hours. Yup. Pas pourquoi tu dis que tu es embêté. But XRP isn't crap, though. It's not. I don't know what really has to happen for people to really understand that XRP is going to be a major cryptocurrency around the world. Like, the Ripple team has noted many times that they're partnered with countries around the world. They have offices in these like closed countries. They were going to have an airdrop for it through every single citizen in India. It's clear that like there's no real differentiating between Bitcoin and XRP as far as like usage. Like, you can talk about decentralization, you can talk about so and so. They're both payment methods that are going to be used whether we want to as a community world or not, or if we do want them to be used. It's just kind of like, that's like, if you call XRP crap, then you kind of have to call EOS crap, then you have to kind of call Litecoin crap, then you kind of have to call Zilliqa crap. Like, these are all cryptocurrencies. Like, they all are payment options. They're all going to become quicker with second and third layer solutions to make their blockchains quicker. Like, we just happen to have a situation where you have these cryptocurrencies that are actually being used, and I don't know. I don't know. XRP is the standard. Why people always say XRP is crap? Because 2, 3, 4 years ago, there was a huge thing that was going on. Whenever a brand new cryptocurrency comes out, there's always a lot of hate that flows around them. Ethereum had it. Litecoin had it as well. For some reason, it just stuck with XRP because XRP came out and announced that they were actually, they were like, instead of fighting the system, why don't we try and work with it and take it over? And people took that as, you're working with the banks, you're holding hands with the banks, you're definitely evil. And then for some reason, Lumens came out and that same rhetoric didn't, for some reason, apply to Stellar, even though they have directly on their website, on the front page that they're also working with banks and institutions the same exact way that XRP is, but Lumens just isn't as popular as XRP. And for some reason, all this hate and stuff started flowing around XRP. And I told people like very, very early on that they were going to do incredibly well because they were one of the only cryptocurrency companies that were actually doing anything in this space. Like, there's no other cryptocurrency project, and Bitcoin doesn't count because Bitcoin is Bitcoin, that has over 200 partnerships. Like, name any other coin that's partnered with 18 other institutions who have announced that they're going to be using that cryptocurrency like on a daily basis, or that they're going to be using it as a base pair, except for Bitcoin, except for Ethereum. And Ethereum only got in because they got lucky, because people realized the future monetary prospects for Ethereum. And this is kind of the only reason why we actually end up seeing Ethereum having this huge of a volume. Like, if Ethereum had come out right now, Ethereum would be like coin number 18. Nobody would care about Ethereum. It got a lot of hype very early from a lot of the same people who bought in early to Bitcoin. They had their bags full of Bitcoin. They were like, Ethereum's the next big thing. And then XRP came out and everybody was like, oh yeah, XRP sucks because of so and so and so. And this is why you hear the same exact rhetoric over and over from the Winklevoss twins and from the people from Coinbase. This is why they don't list XRP, because they hold an enormous amount of Bitcoin, an enormous amount of Ethereum. And if they list XRP, they're letting they're letting their rival into their house. And you can't do that, because that's how. I wonder exactly how long it's going to take the Gemini twins to add XRP to their platform. I know it's going to hurt them so much one day when they actually have to do it, because I'm pretty sure they barely have any XRP, and that's hurting them so much because they thought from the very beginning that it wasn't going to survive, because this is why I also think that they created the Gemini coin, or whatever they call it, because they're desperately trying to get into the cryptocurrency space for now to create their own token, because they realize that they should have gotten into XRP the same as many other people around the world. Just my personal opinion, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a huge rhetoric right now in the cryptocurrency space. This is why I try to be crypto agnostic to a certain point, unless I see something as like super being hyped up, then whatever, I toss to the side. The point is, whether anyone likes XRP or not, it is going to be incredibly successful as we go along. If you haven't connected the dots by now, you may hate banks with a passion. Banks are integrating cryptocurrencies. They're creating their own cryptocurrencies. They're using XRP. And when we have clarification of all the banks around the world, because I'm pretty sure we had information from, 2017 from Brad Garlinghouse, when he said that dozens of banks were going to be using XRP as a payment option. That was a year, and that was 14 months ago. I can only assume that at least 5 other banks have signed on. When we have this information that about 25 different banks around the world are going to be using XRP, the price is going to skyrocket. That's just how things are. As more people use XRP, the more that actually ends up getting burned, and this is just kind of how life is. I don't know how to coddle people anymore, but this is the situation. It's kind of how life is. Yeah, I ran out of breath on that one. I recommend XRP 16 cents to my friends. Maybe. I mean, prices could go anywhere at this point. We may be sitting pretty right now, but if Bitcoin decides to have a hiccup, we know where the rest of the market's going. So the whole point of this tab over here was that I found it funny that XRP kind of dragged the entire market up because everything was relatively in the red earlier. I think almost everything was in the red before we got this actual news. Is dragging everything up, and because of that, Bitcoin actually ended up passing by a healthy resistance level when it hit 33,500. And this is kind of where we are sitting right now. I don't know. The Al Sefa Show, thank you once again for your donation. XRP will replace SDR created by the IMF. Yeah, we also had, what was that other thing with the leader of the International Monetary Fund, Christine Lagarde, was sitting on stage with the people from Ripple. It's all adding up. It's all like, it's very, very clear where this is all going. When you have the Federal Reserve, the International Monetary Fund, and SWIFT all sitting on stage next to you, things are only going in one direction. just got on what's going on. We were talking about, my goodness. Thank you very much, Spence, for your donation. Love you. Hashtag XRP all day. Indeed. These are definitely my two favorites right now. Bitcoin has the name, and XRP has the future usage and like the actual companies tying onto it. So as far as what's going on, we talked about the Swift thing, the R3, the XRP, the Corda. We spoke a bit about U.S. sanctions and the idea that other countries could be using XRP/Ripple to be able to get around U.S. sanctions. I don't know the exact like validity of this or exactly how. I don't know because, well, as it stands, the Ripple company was created in the States, but they are now all around the world. So they may not have an issue as it is decentralized technology with having other people use them. I don't think the U.S. would come down too hard. I don't know exactly what the specifics of that would be, but it would be kind of interesting. We also spoke about some other articles that I found from a couple years ago because I was talking about them in one of my last videos, where a bunch of countries from around the world have joined together to kind of get away from the U.S. dollar. And then we spoke about tiny bit, like Russia trying to get their stuff together to be able to, because I think a lot of countries right now are very desperate. I think they desperately want like crypto rules, but I think for some reason their parliaments and their governments, like in the U.S., are just like, I don't know what the need for the delay is for, but it's definitely happening over and over. Because I think a lot of countries are slowly realizing, especially people in finance, are like, get it together so we can kind of get this thing moving. At least in my opinion. The last thing we were talking about is that Bitcoin, it says approaches, but passed by 3,500. It's like a level of support, and it only got there because XRP shot up in price. Yeah. Is BTT ready tech-wise to be a world currency already? No. We need an enormous amount of... So the Lightning Network is still in beta. What we need is at least 10 to 15, if not 20 times the amount of people or the amount of Bitcoin in the Lightning Network for things to kind of get going. And also the higher the price of Bitcoin is, the easier it kind of becomes to be able to transact in it. I know that sounds kind of weird. Let's say you put like 0.01 Bitcoin on the Lightning Network, and that comes down to $35 at the moment. If the price of Bitcoin is $100,000 and someone has 0.01 loaded into a payment channel in the Lightning Network, it comes down to $1,000. So it's a lot, like far more people would be spending less than $1,000, and it's kind of how you get the whole thing moving. In essence, no, I can't even say yes. Like we need a lot more Lightning adoption, and I think that we're going to have that spark sometime this year when other people and other institutions start announcing that they're going to be using the Lightning Network themselves. If we had the Lightning Network on the news on a daily basis, like as much as we have the word Bitcoin and XRP and Ethereum on these news stations, I think Lightning would take off very, very quick. But as of right now, it seems to be like a relatively, I want to say like obscure thing. Not many people really know about Lightning and stuff right now. What to buy with the gains from XRP? Not financial advice. I would look into buying assets that continue to pay you. I like real estate. Something that would continue to make you money so you don't have to ever work again. That's kind of the thing. U.S. has not right to put sanctions on any country, but they do it. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of completely insane. Naked stream one day. I would need like a lot of donations for that. Like that would be probably like never going to happen, but yeah. 40K XRP enough to retire. If XRP hits $10, you would have $400,000. Is that enough for you? I feel like that should be enough. That's enough for me. I can do a lot with $400,000. Do you have a pet ferret? Nope. So a money printer? I feel like that's illegal. I will pay you 100 XRP. Tempting, however. Hold on. How does one create a life where he does not have to work 9 to 5? You find stuff to do. You go out, you hang out with your friends, you travel the world. You start a new life for yourself. A lot of things. People say Bitcoin is too bad for the environment to be a world currency. It's kind of so we know that a large amount of the Bitcoin mining happens with renewable energy, not all of it, but a large part of it does. I think if Bitcoin continues to be as big and be a success and continues over the next 5 years, I think a lot of people will be forced, maybe by governments, to actually switch over to some type of a, what's it called? My gosh, keep losing my train of thought. Sorry. Keep losing my train of thought. Like completely lost it. Keep losing it over and over. I apologize. Is there a reason why people are so desperate to know what I look like and where I live and what I eat? And like, it's really, why this fascination? I don't understand. Like, I really don't get it. How does one start in multifamily unit properties? Oh my gosh, that's a question for YouTube and Google. Humans are curious. Yeah, but like it borders on the line of me not wanting to kind of live stream because people keep like, I don't show my face and I don't do stuff because I like my private sphere. But people are really like, I don't know. Where to live as an XRP billionaire? Wherever you want. If you have $500 million, if you can do whatever you want in life. TMI is AI. That would be something. Wouldn't that be kind of weird? That would be actually a little insane. Because you speak English and live in Europe. This is why you have to come to Europe, because everyone speaks English here. You'd be shocked if you go to Sweden and Norway, they speak better English than I do. It's the weirdest thing in the entire world. Everyone speaks English here. Everyone speaks like perfect English. It makes you feel a little weird when English is your maiden language, your maiden tongue, and you meet other people who speak like 8 languages and they all speak English better than you do, and they know like clauses and phrases that you don't know, and it's kind of like, okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I keep losing the actual thing. Because you're a famous TMI. Was it hard to afford moving to Europe? No, you just have to save up before and then hope that you have a job lined up. That's kind of the easiest way to do it. You got to make sure that you have save up some money. I have a couple of friends who are moving to France and stuff like that, and you're told to have like a certain amount of money in an account. It's kind of the easiest way to do it. And then from there, you got to, I mean, it wasn't difficult. If you really want to do something, you can do it. Like really though, you can do anything you kind of put your mind to. BTC in 10 years, go. Crypto Citadel. Yep. I'm waiting for that. Bitcoin in 10 years will be $1 billion per Bitcoin, and we will all be living like kings. As far as the Crypto Citadel, I'm waiting for some you don't even know. I have my eye on that word. I'm waiting for someone to, oh my gosh, the Emery Lucan, why do you these questions? I'm waiting for someone to write the word Citadel for something, and that'll kind of be the thing that'll get me going. Where is Satoshi? He's in my backyard. I can go get him if you want. Pretty nice guy. He's not too crazy. XRP to 50 cents. Maybe that'd be nice. I think if I was hoping, and I'm not even joking, I was hoping for XRP to like pop up by like 20%. That would have got the rest of the market moving. Merry Christmas 2.0. Thank you for your donation. Because they are creepy perverts. I think everyone has their thing, but sometimes some of the questions I get, I sit here and I'm like, my goodness, absolutely insane. Love the live feed, always miss the others as I didn't get notifications. Glad YouTube notified me this time. Yeah, I'm glad as well. Like the first couple of minutes, like no one was here, and they said that they weren't getting the notifications, and some people said that they we're getting them. Do you think XRP will drop back down? Sadly, probably. We need like sustained hype in the market. We need like if we had like a 3 times good news in one day, I think we would have had something. But part of the problem is that no matter what we do, if Bitcoin is falling down, the rest of the market also ends up kind of bowing down to it. So if Bitcoin has a bad next 24 hours, that's what's going to have to happen. Bugsy2379. Hello from snowy New York. The Fed didn't raise the rates today. Thoughts? I didn't hear about that. They were talking about that they said that they planned on doing it twice sometime this year. It's actually kind of interesting that they didn't do it. How has I haven't checked. I just got finished with dinner and then I started doing the live stream. How has the like traditional market reacted to that? Because one can only assume that they're pretty happy with having cheap money. Stellar XLM is going big in 2019. We'll see. I keep hearing that. What do you think XRP's price will be in 2025? It'll be a solid $45,000 per XRP. Wouldn't that be really weird if like all the numbers I'm saying like actually end up coming true? That'd be creepy. Late in quarter 3. Chicago will be one of the coldest places on earth tomorrow. Why is that? Why is it? I saw a couple of people posting online that it was like minus 47 in certain parts of the states. I didn't even know how you get that cold. Kind of insane. Are you going in a time capsule? Yes. They're too worried about the economy. Is Ethereum in trouble? If Ethereum doesn't get it together by this year, they're definitely not going to be in their same position. Ethereum has a lot to prove. They've been promising things since 2015. That's 4 years ago, and we have none of it. We don't even have Constantinople. That's a really big problem. Thank you very much, Paul NBKrypto, for your donation. You rock. Want to interview you for the Crypto Factor Book 2. It's about what it really takes to succeed in crypto, featuring Antonopoulos, Wright, Vase, and more, trying to contact you. That's crazy. I don't check it that often, and I really should. Send an email to tmiqa@protonmail.com. That is my normal email address, and I will try my best to remember to actually check the email. I don't know what it is for some reason. Like the moment I'm done with this, I'm going to have some other project in the background and I won't be paying attention to my life. But that does sound quite interesting. Thank you. First of all, I don't think I'm that important as a person. I don't think I'm even special. So the fact that I'm even considered for that is incredibly nice. Thank you very much. Is Stellar on the Ledger Nano S? I think so. It should be. Congrats on 120K. Thank you. I have no idea how many subs I have. I think I checked like a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, okay, that's completely insane. And I think my brain has told me to kind of stay away from it. TMI Bitcoin Diamond, no. Me personally, no. I don't touch any of the I don't touch any of the forks. I thought about getting into Bitcoin Cash, and then I thought about getting into Bitcoin Gold, and then I thought about getting into I think it was Bitcoin Private for a while. I stay away from all the forks. Why doesn't EOS have any real companies interested in building on it? Where did you hear that? I have not heard such a thing. What can be the absolutely worst case scenario for XRP in the future? If XRP, I don't know. If it's declared a security, that will have a good week and a half where the price collapses, and then it'll go back up because people will realize that it can actually legally be listed on any stock exchange in the world at that point, especially the US one, like legally without any barriers. We would need Brad Garlinghouse to go on stage and scream racial slurs while throwing physical coins at heads of state. Like, I can't think of what what the most detrimental thing would be. The XRP ledger would have to be destroyed. Satoshi Nakamoto could come out like actually on his old like Reddit page on that, not, was it Reddit, like wherever he used to talk, and like actually decree that Bitcoin should be the only one. Like words from a digital prophet would have a huge amount of sway. Like remember like 2 weeks ago where someone claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto and they wrote on like one of his old posts or something like that, and like the price of Bitcoin moved because people thought it was actually Satoshi Nakamoto. I don't think many things at this point. Like a very bad scenario would have to be the U.S. has to deem it illegal. Like the U.S. has to be like, we love Bitcoin, but the XRP is just too insane for us. We can't allow it. But the problem is that they've made sure that the Ripple team is in every single door frame. Minus 65 in Minneapolis. My goodness, how does that work? Like what's the protocol? Like how do you live? Like, do you have like fireplaces? Like I feel like at minus 65, if you went outside to touch your car, it would just like break into glass. That's completely insane. My goodness. The Fed takes its marching orders in unison with the BOE. Yeah, I think they're all connected. Do you have an exact time and date and time to these live streams? No. I want to start doing it, but my life is too completely crazy to do that. Like I said, when I'm not on here, I'm doing 1,000,001 other things, and it kind of comes to me because I kind of wanted to stick to the thing of doing, like at least like 2 live streams per like Monday through Friday, somewhere within that time frame, and then also trying to do one on the weekend. I'm doing pretty okay. There's just no like complete set time frame. I kind of do it when I remember or when things are getting kind of interesting at the moment. Thank you very much, Roman Geber, again for your donation. How do you evaluate price development of art? I think I maybe mentioned this before. If you go, there's a website called Espresso Beans, EXPRESSOBEANS. I can't tell you exactly which artist to like actually put your money into, but it's a huge, like that website, it messes up sometimes. Like you can tell that the website is like fairly old, but it's still completely active, and they have like a hot page and stuff like that. And you can kind of, if you look at that website over the course of a couple of months, I know, like I said, the website looks old. You'll be able to gauge fairly easily which artists are like very big. You can also click on their artwork, see exactly, if you like click on them, click on their artwork, and you can actually like scroll through the pages. You can see like how much, what art they made 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. And like you look through the actual like price development of their art. You can see there are a lot of artists who have like, you buy it for a certain amount and always at like a 10x in price almost immediately over the course of like a 2 or 3 year period. So this is what I would do. Like there's also the website Art Collectors, ARTCOLLECTORZ.com. And they also like, they don't have like the price development, but they have like new art that's coming out from like major artists as well. That's also a good place, but I would stick with Espresso Beans, at least my opinion. Hello TMI, never quit. The world is listening to you. I'll try not to. I would like to have this channel for a very long time. I like doing it. What's your shoe size? Why do you want to know that? And if you guess my shoe size correctly, I will tell you if you are correct. PS4 or Xbox One? Would you hate me if I said that I don't have either one of them? I've been thinking about buying a PS4 and Xbox One and a oh my gosh, what's it called? And a Switch. But just haven't gotten around to it. Crypto controls my life. Like, I'm not even joking. You can't breathe or lungs will hurt. That. Yeah, that's minus 65. Like, I can't even, like, if it's like minus like 15, minus 10, it hurts to breathe. That's completely insane. Minus 12 degrees in Indiana. That's also nuts. It's minus 34 here. Every day. Completely insane. Completely insane. Completely insane. Thank you very much. I think it's a new one. Yeah. Did I say thank you? Nope, I didn't. Paul NBKrypto, thank you once again. I listen to you in the car and when working. If it was not for you, I'd miss most news. Did you say Proton Mail? Yeah, it's TMIQA@protonmail.com. That was my old that's the email address that was available to everyone when I had like a Q&A, like a question and answer type thing. So I just use it as my main email address type thing right now for, I guess, like inquiries and stuff like that. Okay. Oh boy, a lot of numbers. Size 10, size 11, size 9, 10, 11.5, 43, 18, 23, 11, 11, 10.5, 10.5, 49 Japan, 36, 36, 24, 36. Thank you very much, Merry Christmas 2.0, for your donation. What's the best way to buy XRP in the USA? I want to say Kraken. That was the best way before. But I think Kraken may be having some issues with the United States, but I know that they do accept, if I'm not mistaken, US dollar deposits. I know they accept euro, and I think the British pound, but I think they accept US dollars, because I had a couple of friends in the States who were accepting, what's it called? Who were using Kraken to be able to put their US dollars into it. I think Kraken should be a good enough one. I know Coinbase and Gemini don't, so yeah. Do you play an instrument? I did. I used to play clarinet, and I used to play piano. I took a couple lessons. There was this woman on the kind of weird on the other side of Paris. Kind of expensive lessons, but she was super nice. But she got a little weird. Like, it was like my stretch, apparently, like with my fingers, goes very wide when it comes to like being able to play multiple notes on the piano and stuff like that. Like, as far as like between the thumb and the pinky, and she was like pulling my pinky while leaving my thumb in place to try and like stretch out my finger. And I was like, you know, that hurts, right? And she kind of didn't care. So I had a couple of lessons with her, and then we were kind of done because I didn't like people breaking my fingers to try and make me play piano. Kind of, yeah, too much. Oh my gosh. Emery Lucan, come on. I mean, my actual goodness. My gosh. You know what? I'll be 1,000%. I'll be so honest with you. If you left like an insane donation, I would probably tell you. Just goes to show how much money has an influence over my life. Everyone has a price. Just gonna leave it at that. Do you think XRP will get into the gaming industry? Yeah, we had the news that apparently you can build games on the XRP ledger. Do I think they're going to heavily get into it? No. Do I think games are going to be built onto the XRP ledger? Absolutely. I don't think that their main goal is that, but I think they're always looking for other use cases for the actual things and other things to be built on top of them. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have at some point a game that's going to be using XRP as a payment option. Just to how I feel about it. Someone said a crazy French lady. I've never heard such a thing. Yeah, she was nice, but it was, yeah. The pull my finger game can have disastrous results. It was very, very weird. Like, I don't know. She was nice, but it was a bit much. EOS is going to take over the world. Maybe. Could be. Best wallet for crypto. I don't know. There's a lot of them. It depends on how you want to store your stuff. Beachhead is building on XRP. Exodus wallet. Show must go on. I think that's everything that I kind of wanted to talk about today. Pretty good news across the board, give or take, depending on how you kind of look at it. I'm always very optimistic about the future of cryptocurrencies. Going to see exactly where this market is going to take us. I'm still a little... I think the price is definitely going to slip down a tiny bit simply because that's what prices do. End of the year LTC prediction. No bull run. $28. Bull run. Say good $150, maybe $200. If we have the same movement like we had before, I think prices will match where they were before, minus 10, 15% up or down. But if Bitcoin gets really good news and we end up passing by 30,000, I think we're going to see some very scary numbers across the board as far as like how high things are going to start to go. There's definitely going to be a lot of situations where I'm going to be holding my breath. Like if we get to a $40,000 Bitcoin this year, it's going to be very difficult. We're all going to have those moments where we're all going to be like, I don't know if I should sell or not. It's going to be a very weird moment. What's your plan once OMG goes under $1? It's at 113 right now. Continue buying. I'm not going to stop buying it. It's one of my favorite coins. TMI, you are your source of hopium. I don't know if that was an insult or not, but thank you. That lady on the right with the red looks like my future wife. She looks like, have you guys ever seen the TV show Community? She looks like, what was her name? The smart one. I can't remember her name at all. She looks just like her. I think we will be over 40K. Yeah, but no. Like the point is, like, when we hit these numbers, a lot of people are going to get very shaky because they don't know if they should kind of hold on or not. And I'm going to be one of them. I'm going to desperately hold on for dear life. Allison Brie. Yup, that's her. That's exactly who she looks like. Can't remember her name on the show. Do you think Corda will be more successful than XRapid, even if Corda uses XRP? I don't know. Maybe. I think they'll all do pretty well by themselves. Paul, thank you once again for your donation. I do appreciate it. Email sent. I will see, and that's sad. I already forgot, but I'm going to remember. I promise you. I'm going to remember to actually read the email right now. All right, everyone, just so I don't forget, I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are remaining optimistic. Hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening. Wherever you are, wherever you might be, I really hope it's absolutely fantastic. I like doing these live streams. I'm going to continue doing them, regardless if I have crazy questions or not. I'm still going to continue. Thank you all once again for listening or watching. I do appreciate it. As always, a very, very, very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. They are Vlad the Impaler, Gil Boa Snake, Rai, Brady Niels, L Doug, and Arthur Yaku. Thank you all very much. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I will talk to you all soon. See you.